Did you know your horse might have chosen you as their favorite person? From subtle gestures to exclusive behaviors, horses show their affection in ways they reserve for someone special. Curious what those are? Stick around, you might just see your bond in a whole new light. Number 1. They follow you without a lead. Our horses, despite having their own temperament and being quite independent, are also social and like to be part of our group. The relationship with their favorite human, that carefully chosen person, is of utmost importance, granting privileges that other people only dream of having. One example of this is when horses follow their trusted human around the pasture without any lead. Almost all horses have a natural instinct to maintain their freedom of movement, and many will walk away when approached by someone they don't know well. If someone they do not particularly trust tries to get them to follow, it can cause great discomfort, and it is not uncommon for them to run in the opposite direction. However, with their favorite human, horses tend to react differently. Many will not only follow you from place to place, but will actually seek you out, walking behind you like a loyal dog as you move around the pasture or barn area. This behavior shows a solid base of trust between the horse and their human, and is a privilege that only happens with their favorite person. But don't be upset if your horse doesn't follow you everywhere. Some horses simply prefer their independence, so stay tuned for the next point in the video to be sure that you are your equine friend's favorite. Number 2. They nuzzle or gently nibble you. There are horses that like to show affection through gentle touches. This behavior is quite common, especially among horses that have been raised with lots of human interaction from a young age. Generally speaking, horses are cautious about physical contact, especially around their face and mouth. If the wrong person tries to touch them in these areas, they quickly move away or may even become defensive if they feel threatened. On the other hand, the favorite human usually receives special treatment. Your horse might gently nuzzle your pockets, sometimes looking for treats, or softly nibble at your clothing or hair. These are not aggressive actions, but rather sweet gestures of affection that show much more tolerance than they would with any other person. This gentle nibbling is actually a behavior that horses use with each other as a social bonding activity. When they choose to show this behavior to you, they're essentially treating you as a part of their herd family, a true honor from your equine friend. Number 3. They lower their head for haltering. When horses have a halter in front of them, they often act in an instinctive way. That is, they may raise their head up high to avoid having the halter put on, as it restricts their freedom. For this reason, you must have heard that it's best to train horses carefully for haltering, otherwise they might become head-shy or difficult to catch. Many horses will toss their heads, back away, or even run off when someone approaches with the halter. It is much less likely for horses to react this way when their favorite human is nearby. The trust and routine built over time help them control their instincts, understanding that you will never harm them. A horse that willingly lowers its head to make it easier for you to put on a halter is showing exceptional trust in you. This simple act of lowering their head is actually a profound demonstration of submission and trust. In the wild, horses only lower their heads in vulnerable positions when they feel completely safe. So, if your horse calmly lowers their head when you approach with a halter, consider yourself privileged. Number 4. They whinny or nicker when they see you. In the equine world, vocal communications are often associated with specific meanings. Because horses are prey animals, they are naturally cautious about making noise that might attract predators. For this reason, horses typically don't vocalize without good reason. Different sounds have different meanings, from alarm calls to expressions of anxiety or excitement. However, with their favorite human, horses often develop a special greeting sound. That gentle nicker or whinny that your horse makes when they see you coming, especially if they do it just for you and not for others, is a clear sign of recognition and affection. This soft greeting is essentially your horse saying, "I'm happy to see you." Research on equine behavior shows that this special vocalization is reserved for those they trust and look forward to seeing. It's a behavior that horses will never show with a stranger or someone they don't fully trust. Number 5. They allow grooming in sensitive areas. We've already talked about how horses may be cautious about being touched, But now we'll discuss how they allow their favorite human to groom them in sensitive areas. Horses have several areas where they typically don't like to be touched, including their ears, face, belly, and legs. These areas are either highly sensitive or feel vulnerable to the horse. When a horse allows you to gently brush their face, clean their ears, pick up their hooves, or groom their belly without showing signs of discomfort, it demonstrates an extraordinary level of trust. This is very different from how they might react with a stranger, where they might pin their ears, swish their tail, or move away. The fact that your horse stands calmly while you groom these sensitive areas speaks volumes about the bond you share. It means they feel safe in your presence and trust that you won't hurt them, a privilege reserved only for their favorite human. Number 6. They come to you when called. Have you made it this far? Then you must be enjoying the video. If you haven't yet subscribed, take this moment to subscribe to the channel and leave a thumbs up on the video. Besides helping us, it informs YouTube that you want to see more of our videos. Now, let's talk about horses responding to their name. While horses don't understand human language the way we do, they are excellent at recognizing patterns and learning what specific sounds mean. When a horse comes to you when called by name, it demonstrates not just recognition, but also a willingness to respond to you specifically. This is particularly meaningful because horses are naturally cautious animals who don't readily approach potential threats. For a horse to hear your voice calling their name and then deliberately choose to come to you, often leaving food or other horses behind, shows a level of trust and connection that goes beyond basic training. It's a sign that they associate you with positive experiences and feel comfortable in your presence. If your horse comes running when you call their name, while ignoring others who call them, you can be sure you hold a special place in their heart. Number 7. They stand still for mounting. Horses in general don't like sudden movements or weight changes on their back. In nature, having something jump on their back would signal immediate danger, triggering their flight response. This is why many horses, especially those that are young or inexperienced, may move away when someone tries to mount them. It's not uncommon for horses to sidestep, walk forward, or even buck when someone they don't trust tries to get on their back. However, when a horse has complete trust in their human, they will stand perfectly still while being mounted. This calm acceptance shows that they trust you not to hurt them and are comfortable with you being in a position that would naturally make them feel vulnerable. Training certainly plays a role in this behavior, but there's a clear difference between a horse that stands still out of training and one that stands relaxed and confident because they trust their rider. If your horse waits patiently while you mount, showing no signs of anxiety, you're definitely in their inner circle of trust. Number 8. They make licking or lip movements. Another genuine behavior that horses exhibit only with their favorite human is making soft licking or chewing movements with their lips and tongue when you're near them. This behavior, often called licking and chewing by horse trainers, is actually a sign of relaxation and processing. In the wild, horses show this behavior when they're coming down from a state of tension or when they're thinking through a situation. When your horse makes these gentle movements in your presence, especially during quiet bonding moments, it shows they feel completely at ease with you. They're relaxed enough to process their thoughts and feelings rather than being on high alert as they might be with strangers. These lip movements are sometimes accompanied by soft, relaxed eyes and a lowered head, all signs that your horse feels safe and comfortable in your presence. If your horse shows this behavior around you, it's a beautiful indication of the special bond you share. Number 9. They rest their head on you. When horses feel completely at ease with their favorite human, they may show that affection by resting their head on your shoulder, chest, or even in your arms. This action is a tremendous display of trust. Consider that a horse's head is heavy, often weighing 40 to 60 pounds, and it's also their most vulnerable body part, containing their eyes, brain, and other vital sensory organs. For a horse to willingly place their head against you shows complete trust and comfort. Many horses reserve this special gesture for the person they feel safest with, usually in the presence of the person they love the most. It's their way of saying, "I trust you completely and find comfort in your presence." If your horse rests their head against you, especially in moments of quiet connection, it's a profound display of their affection and trust. This is a privilege that very few people will ever experience with any given horse. Number 10. They stay calm in stressful situations. Another unmistakable sign that you are your horse's favorite human is how they react to stressful situations when you're present. Horses are flight animals, meaning their natural instinct when frightened is to run away from potential danger. When horses encounter something scary, like a flapping tarp, a loud noise, or a new environment, they typically become tense, alert, and ready to flee. However, a horse that truly trusts their human will often look to that person for reassurance in frightening situations. Instead of immediately panicking, they might turn to you, watch your reaction, or even move closer to you for security. This behavior shows that your horse sees you as a source of safety and comfort. They believe that if you're calm, they can be calm too, even if their instincts are telling them to be afraid. Research on equine behavior, as discussed by experts like Dr. Robert Miller, points out that this ability to override their flight instinct based on their trust in a human is a profound demonstration of the bond between horse and human. It serves as unmistakable proof that the human in question holds a very special place in their lives. If your horse shows at least 6 of these behaviors, congratulations! You are definitely their favorite human. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to return the affection with kindness, patience, and presence. See you in the next video!